All right, welcome back into Indie B&B. Today we are joined by Roba, representing her project Berra up in Washington D.C.
Yes.
Roba, how was your DC evening?
My DC evening is going great. Currently I'm going through finals right now, so dealing with a lot of stress with that, but yeah, it's nice. It's warm. It's been a very cold winter, so yeah.
Are the cherry blossoms out?
They were out, but they quickly died, which they do every year, but they were
Oh,
really good this year.
awesome, awesome. Well, I couldn't help but notice you've got a 678 number.
Yeah.
We're in the 678-770-470-404. So, like,
Yeah.
what's the deal there? Are you from Atlanta?
I am from Atlanta. I'm from Johns Creek. I grew up in like Johns Creek, Alpharetta. A majority of my life. I grew up in Sandy Springs. Shout out Foxcroft. If y'all know what setup. Yeah. I went to like Christian school a majority of my life, so like, yeah, I kind of don't want to shout out the schools I went to, but yeah, I am from Atlanta.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. We'll take it. We love it. JC, a JCer. Do you, I have some friends who are in the JC. Do you speak the language? Is that still a thing?
Oh, I've never heard of the JC language, but I'm sure that I could assume if I've heard it. I don't know. What does that
Um,
mean, the JC
there,
language?
I just remember them saying that of various levels of or
Oh, okay,
there
okay,
is
okay.
what is the one? I don't know. I'll have to think about it. It'll come to me during this, but
That-
well, let's talk Barra. I don't know. We're talking about Atlanta a lot, but Barra. I mean, is this something that you came up with,
yeah.
while you were living here, or is it a new project that you've kind of just started there up in DC?
Berra was a project I made when I was in Georgia. My full name is Robera, and so I thought it'd be cool to have the project be like a part of like the other part of my name. Um, I made it when I was 15. I had been writing songs for a long time. I had been learning and doing instruments for a long time as well. So like since I was 4. Um, so I was always kind of doing music, but yeah, Berra. I released my first single under Berra my senior year of high school, and then I really started like doing shows once I moved to DC, which is like where I go to college. And then yeah, I think that's kind of like when I really started taking it seriously. It was about 4 years ago.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Within that, like, I mean, I guess what's been the most enjoyable part of the process of getting into being in this indie scene.
Yeah, I think like oh my god, I don't know. Like the indie scene in Atlanta is awesome, and I think it's like really what inspired me to really get into it in the first place. I think the Atlanta indie scene is so communicative, and it was just a lot of fun. Like it just I think that's what drives me to do it still is how like authentic things felt, and it just was, like me and my friends would just like for fun would like take the metro or the MARTA and like go to Atlanta and go to like a weird house show. We like once ran into like Finn Wolfhard at some fucking like show in Atlanta, and it was like the last DIY show that happened before COVID, which was like really, really fun. And like the floor caved in. I don't know. I think that's why I do it. But I think the biggest thing for me is like doing shows now. Like the amount of people that I've been able to meet through that. And yeah, I don't know. That was a lot.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I think like so you've been inspired. I mean, I can attest as a individual who enjoys indie music. Not necessarily didn't do it in high school, but got in after college, starting to I've ridden the MARTA to plenty shows at the Masquerade, and
Yeah.
just been in there with people, all kinds of a small amount of people, a large amount of people, depends on
Yeah.
who I'm seeing. But I love that. I think our scene is definitely vibrant. What about in DC? Like, what's it like up there for somebody coming in, 18 years old, got a new project, rolling
Yeah.
into a city for college? Like, how have you fared up there?
I think DC is different. I think it is more accessible, obviously, because like public transportation is a big thing in DC as opposed to Atlanta. It's just different. Um, I think the culture is different. People are just different. And I think that was a big thing for me to learn. I think it's a great place to start doing music and to start doing shows and to like get yourself out. Um, you know, all I was doing when I moved here was just like emailing a shit ton of venues and like really wanting to get out and do shows because I just like wanted to be better. Um, and yeah, like April this month we've had like 6 shows in DC. So it's been very busy. We recently were just asked to play in Tampa at this like Pride Festival to headline there, which is awesome. Um, that's kind of like our biggest thing right now. Um, and that should be a lot of people. But yeah, I'm excited.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. So what like you mentioned we. So who else is in the band? Who is it?
Yeah.
Who else is in the project? Are you writing with them, or
hmm
are they kind of just everyone's all in it together?
it's my project. Like I made it on my own, but my bandmates are also like a big part of like collaboration for me, and so
Mhm.
I write a lot of these songs, a lot of the newer songs at least. I've written with Tyler and Lucas, who are my drummer and my bassist, and my guitarist Skippy as well. Um, they're great. They're like my best friends. Um, I met them about a year and a half ago, and so that's kind of been new for me, just learning how to collaborate with other artists and being okay to, I trust them fully now, but, definitely was a process to learn. But yeah, I love them. They're awesome.
Gotcha. What
Yeah.
kind of things do they do to earn that trust with you? What were some of those like moments where you're like, all right, now I got them.
Yeah, I think because they are my best friends, like,
Hmm.
I just trust them. Lucas also has like perfect pitch, which is great and very handy. Like, he just knows what he's talking about. Um, Whereas someone like me, like although I've been doing music for a long time and like I learned piano when I was 4, violin, like trombone, like all the shit, like I didn't actually pay attention. Like he actually knows. And it's nice to have that. They're also audio tech majors, so they know their shit. It's like nice to be in a band with people that actually know their shit. Like, um, you know, it just saves a lot. And a lot of money is also saved too because a lot of the mixing is done like in the band. Um, but yeah,
Inner band mixing. I've heard it from a lot of folks that
it's cheap, it's good,
it's easy and it makes things easier.
it's easy, and it's great when it's good.
I love that. I
Yeah,
love that.
yeah.
Well, kind of transitioning to some of your most recent release, which we've been digging on, of course, New Hampshire. I just it gives me that summer feeling. It gives me a feeling
Thank
of going
you.
to the beach, like and I've it's got such a just an easy flow and hook to it. I want to get it out there more. Obviously I'm gonna post it below. But how'd you come up with it? Where did it come from? Give us
hmm
the birth of that one.
Yeah, I write a lot of songs. That song came is from my EP that's coming out in May called Lovers Virginia. Um, it was just I was just really trying to like encapsulate this specific time in a relationship I was in that was like a lot of firsts for me and 21, you know, you feel like it's like a lot and so you have to kind of make it feel like I don't know. I was just yeah, I just really wanted to I guess like toy around with the idea of the uncertainty of a relationship. Like, I guess when two people kind of know that it's kind of bad, but, it's not really fulfilling, but it's also a lot of fun and you really love the person. Um, yeah, it was a really dramatic time, but yeah, I feel like the song really encapsulates like what Lovers Virginia is about, which is just like very heightened emotion about relationships and friendships and just the things happening in your life. I feel like it's definitely like a 21-year-old like way to like look at things. I don't know if that makes sense, but Yeah, New Hampshire is one of my favorite ones. I think it's very poppy and just it just makes me sad when I hear it. It's like it's a sad song I feel, but yeah.
Interesting, interesting. Well, as a 31-year-old, you still are getting people who you're outside. It makes me feel 21 again for
Oh, that's
sure. But
nice.
now that I've got a little context, but I love I love that. What for you, like I guess going in and breaking it down from the process, like when you started writing it to finished product, like where do you start usually in this? And like,
Yeah,
did you start in the usual way for New Hampshire, or did you have a different method this time?
I so I write on guitar like always first. Um and so Lovers Virginia at least was all me in my room either in DC or in Atlanta and writing on guitar first. I kind of like look at thing I'm very like uh I guess very mathematical in how I write a song, just not anything else. Like it's very like that for me. And New Hampshire was a song where it just kind of comes out like it's very simple. And then I'll take it like the bare bones, and then I'll take it to my producer Ben that I work on with like all my songs. Ben is a really really great producer who has done a lot of great work. He was the guitarist for Snail Mail on their Valentine tour at some point. Um,
Then I've seen him.
oh, have you seen?
I saw Snail Mail very early on at the venue that they don't really play a lot of shows at. It's MJQ. It's right next to MJQ in Atlanta.
Okay, okay,
Oh my god, the Drunken Unicorn.
okay.
I saw them there. Yeah.
What was it? When was it for her second or first album?
It would have been 2018 or 2017.
Okay,
Either one
yeah,
of
no,
those.
it was before then.
That's pre him. Okay.
He was there for the second album.
Okay.
Um, but it was crazy to get to work with Ben freshman year, like right when I came to DC because I love snail mail. Like in
Yeah.
high school, that's what I would listen to all the time. I would like sit in my room and like watch them play live, and just the fact that I was able to work and I still work with him, it was just really cool. Um, yeah, so he's kind of like he gets the Berra sound a lot, and he's very maximal, and I feel like my personality is very like out and eccentric, and he's really good at elevating a song, and he's also just really technically good too. So it's really good. Um, yeah, Ben's great.
Love that. Love
Yeah,
that.
Ben's
So we
great.
take the song to Ben, and then like,
Yes.
are there, for this one in particular, did we do any collaboration with the bandmates, or what was the just straight up? This
Um,
one's all you.
this one was obviously there were other people playing instruments. Like I did guitar. We had Lucas on bass. Really great bass. I love the bass in the song. Um, yeah, the demo of the song I made 2 years ago, like sophomore year, and
Oh
then
wow.
it was kind of just like sitting in my friend Carlos's computer, and I was like, wait, this kind of fucks, and so we took we took it to Ben, and I was like, please master it next to, and so the guy that masters all my songs, his name is Jordan, and he does like drums with Osa Osa, which is also like one of my other favorites. Good shit. Like, yeah. So it's just like so nice to like work with band like people that are in the bands that I like.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's nice.
Wow. So we get it over to Jordan. He mixes mastered it. I mean, like,
Yeah.
so we let this thing sit for the shelf for 2 years. Like, what? What's the reason behind that? Why couldn't we get it blessed before that?
Well, the project like it took. I mean, I can write a song quick, but you know, I feel like to make a project, it just takes a long time. Like
Hmm.
a lot of this, like Jennifer Bite, for example, took like a year and a half to make. Like um Clover, which came out about a month and a half ago, took like months to make. So it's just about getting it right. I mean, Ben is awesome. Me and Ben have a great workflow, but sometimes like we kind of throw a lot at the wall, and it's like we have to like okay, we should pull it back, rein it in, um, kind of just pick out like what the best, like what's needed and what's not needed. Sometimes it can take a long time. Um, but yeah, this project took like 2 years to make, but yeah, I already have like the next project already made. So I know. I'm like, yeah, I'm like ready to like, yeah.
Got it. So Lovers, Virginia, May. You said May. What day?
May 10th. May 10th.
May 10th. All right,
Yeah.
everyone, write it down. Follow Berra on Spotify. Then it just comes out to you in your what's new. People don't know about that. People don't know that
Yeah.
you can
Yeah. Yeah.
follow the artist, and then if they put on anything new, like that's how I keep up with a lot of my Indiebnb folk. Like
Mm,
we have 140 people have been on here. It's like hard to organize, but you
yeah.
follow them. What's new pops up. Boom, you got the latest and greatest. It's good.
That's sick.
So again, we got it May 10th coming out. Like you mentioned some shows, I'd love to understand your live experience, like how you, transition it from from me listening to my headphones to me seeing you live. Like what
Yeah.
are the things that are important to you, at a live show? What do you want people walking away with?
I think I always want to be like very myself, and I don't like, I want to be able to be like wild and energetic and kind of like allow a space for people to feel comfortable. I think sometimes like I think at least in DC it's like really easy for people to like not want to move. I feel like people can be a little tense, so I like to be weird. Um like there's a lot of layering that goes into the um studio songs, so it's we only have a four-piece band, so we try very hard to like make sure that people are still getting like a different, I guess, the shows tend to be more like rockier just by
Mm-hmm.
nature. Um, but yeah, I think I just like I want people to be able to just feel comfortable and good and like oh like just weird. Like I like to twerk. I don't have a butt, but I'll do that. I'll like scream. I don't know.
I love it. Get you got to be yourself. Like I
I
think like that's what's
agree.
important.
I agree.
Getting so when you guys are writing and it's like, hey, we know it's going to be a little bit rockier. Like, will you kind of like as you guys rehearse for shows, like be like, all right, like we're not gonna be able to layer all this in. Like
Yeah.
here's the bare bones, and let's
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
hammer that and
Yeah.
make some tweaks from it.
Yeah, I mean, we practice like every week, and so I mean, it's always guitar, bass, drum, guitar. So, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's just like we don't have piano, so it's like really working with the boys and like trying to make sure that there's still enough dynamics and like it's still engaging. Um, and I think dynamics is like a really important thing for me, especially when you're putting a live show on. Like, you don't want it to just be like one thing, obviously. But yeah, I think that's one thing I'm always thinking about is like how to make it more dynamic.
I love it. And
Yeah.
then like as you build like a set list for something like this,
Yeah.
like I've talked to people and it's like, hey, you got to go high, you got to go low, you got to go. What's your methodology?
Um I like songs that I like to like showcase my vocal range. So I think like I like will have like a really loud like screamy song for the first song to really open things up, and then the next one will just be like really quiet and me kind of like singing as high as I can and like really like eerie down. Um, I kind of just like to go up and down just so that people aren't like bored. I feel like people get really bored
Mm-hmm.
easily because you're just standing there, like So yeah, that's kind of how it goes. Like happy, sad, happy, 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 sad, sad, sad. Like I don't know.
I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. Do you I mean any audience participation? Like what are you requiring of, somebody who's coming to the show? I mean, are we trying to mosh? Are we trying to, get up on the
Um,
stage? Like what's going on there?
I like I wish I could get people to mosh. Like, I don't know. I feel like people are more chill. So, yeah, I don't know. If I don't know. Maybe one day.
I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. We'll get you. You need to. I've seen a fair. I love a good metal show. Obviously, I
Mm,
spent some time at the Masquerade. So,
yeah.
hey, like if you throw a hey, let's get a circle pit going in there at some
No, for
point.
sure. Yeah.
Right before one of your slower ones, just see what people do. I think like good experiment.
Yeah, I could do that. Like, go out, go out.
Hey, we
And
can circle it,
I
maybe.
would want to like surf on the crowd. Is that the thing? Crowd surf?
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
I love that. I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, as far as like a tour goes, or you keep it pretty local. As far as right now, he's in the Northeast, or like
Mhm.
what's as we have May 10th coming out, we're going right into summer. So like, are you
Yeah,
doing obviously you get the Tampa date that you mentioned
yeah,
earlier. Like, where else are we heading? Are we
yeah.
is there a
We've
lot of
had
stuff coming up?
yeah, we've had one tour. We had one tour last summer. Um, like in the Northeast, we're planning on doing a smaller tour this summer as well, like Jersey, PA, New York, that area. I would like to go down south, um, more down south. I think that'd be cool. But yeah, my bandmates are like moving to New York in August, so that'll be hard to organize shows. So I'm kind of just trying to like squeeze out as many as I can get until they go, and then we start doing like less, which is sad. But yeah,
All right. So we get, hey, well, let's make it the best summer ever.
I know,
I mean,
literally,
let's
literally, yeah.
get it get it to that point. Well, we're looking forward to seeing some of those dates. Obviously, they can follow you on online at Mozart online. If
Mozart is online, yes.
Mozart is online, and I'm assuming like they'll be able to find some tour dates, from that
Hmm.
link tree and all that good stuff.
Yes, yes.
Well, good. Well, look, excited for the album. Lovers, Virginia, May 10th, getting popping. So,
Hmm.
with that in mind, as we get into some, newness and some, weirdness here, and in the spirit of a Berra show, like I want to give you some really odd questions here to,
Okay,
get us on the Pete Peterson party pack of questions.
okay,
It'll be 20 questions right in a row. So you can answer them as fast as you want. And there'll be mainly this or that questions. And here we go. Cake or pie?
okay.
All right. Salad or soup?
Oh, soup.
Hey, you're in the Northeast. Got to warm up with the soup. I respect it. Sunrise or sunset? What are you seeing more of these days?
Yeah,
All right. All right. Home run or touchdown? What would you rather do?
touchdown.
Teeter. I like it. She's from Georgia. You know that. All right. Night in or night out? What are you having more of?
Night out.
Night out. Love it.
Yeah,
When you do go out and you're at the club and your jam comes on, are you more likely to hit the robot or the worm?
the worm.
Worm in it. I like it. We get
Yeah.
a little worm on stage. Bonus question.
Sure. If
All
enough
right.
people come, I'll do
Okay. All right. Hey, let's pack it out. Let's see what she does. All right. Guac or queso? What do you prefer at your Tex-Mex spot?
it. I'll take queso with pickled jalapenos.
Okay. All right. We
You
like that. Waffles or pancakes?
waffles,
All right. Let's go. Coffee or tea with your waffles?
coffee,
I love that. Dogs or cats?
dogs.
All right. Are you more like a ninja or a pirate?
Like a ninja.
Ninja. All right. Gatorade or Powerade?
Powerade tastes better.
Coca Cola. We love that. All right. Toast or bagels?
Bagels, yeah.
I
Bagels.
love it. All right. Chips or pretzels?
Chips.
All right. Fries or tots?
Tots.
All right. After a long day to unwind, are you hitting a TV show or a movie?
Uh, TV show.
All right. Bonus question. Are you stealing somebody's streaming services at this point? Don't have to doubt which one, but just are you stealing one at some point?
What do you mean am I stealing someone's streaming service?
Like I'm stealing all of mine from my brother. So like meaning like I've got his like his passwords and
Oh,
everything.
okay.
You know.
No, I'm good. I have the Apple Music student thing, so I pay like $5 a month. It's like fine.
All right.
I
All
never
right.
used to believe in pay, but I'm like,
All right. All right. Respect that. Are
yeah.
aliens real? All right.
Oh,
Bigfoot. Is that real?
no.
Bigfoot's not real. Is love at first sight real?
Yes.
Oh, sounds like you've experienced it.
Yeah.
Anyway, last question of Pete Peterson's party pack of questions. Give me two bands that we ought to check out that we might not know. Two.
Can it be like band artist?
Yeah, for sure.
There's one band that I found recently, Minerals King. Music,
Mhm.
Minerals King. They're really good. Um, and then this is probably well known, but Remy Wolf is like very well known.
Yeah.
She's like one of my favorites. Like I think she's slept on. Like she's the best.
All right. We got a
So
little Minerals Kang and Remy Wolf. We'll get it
Minerals
going.
King. I think I said them
King.
right. I think that's what.
Okay.
That'd be bad if that's them. But oh
Hey,
well.
all good. All
Cool.
good. Well, our final question, we've been doing the Spotify, look up here. Last search, I'll do it with you as well. Spotify, Apple Music, either one. But like
Okay.
last thing you searched on your what do you want to listen to?
Okay. I'm checking right now. The last thing I listened to. Uh, okay. The last thing I searched was Kingston by Faye Webster, Atlanta artist. Um,
Yes.
the last thing I listened to was Comfort Crowd by Conan Gray.
All
So there you
right.
go.
Great. I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
All right. My last search, I'll give you my top two. RC Drive, band that freaking rules. And then Jed Harrelson, one of my friends sent me his stuff. So a couple of just groovy bands.
Sick.
Last things I was listening to was the These Guys podcast entitled McDonald's Pancakes. So I don't know what that's. I've only 5 minutes into that one, so I don't know what's going on
That sounds fun.
there. Well, Roba, thank you so much for coming on and
Thank you.
spending some time with us. When you get that, obviously, May 10th, we'll be following. Excited to hear the rest of the Lovers Virginia album, and everybody check out her. You can click on her name right here in the description, and it'll take you right to her Spotify. Check out her song New Hampshire if you want to feel warm and 21 again, and with a complicated love.
Yeah.
And again, just go check out everything and follow her, of course. Mozart is online at Mozart is online on Instagram. Everything will be linked below. But thank you so much for taking the time, and let's get you out to Atlanta. Let's get you at Smithsonian Bar, or one of
Yeah.
our great
I would
venues
love
here.
that. I love that.
Awesome,
Thank
Robo.
you
Thank
so
you so
much.
much.
Bye.
All right, bye.